Hi, everybody. This is Carl Ford. I am in the ITEXPO newsroom, and we are in Miami Beach, and it's lovely weather. And to all my friends in New York and Boston, I'm sorry. So right off the bat, I got to say, speaking about the North, here's my pal Ray Pasquale, who is president, CEO of Unified Office in New Hampshire. So how bad is it at home right now? Let's start there.
There's a lot of snow on the ground, like 30 inches at least.
And your wife is sending you mild death threats. And why aren't? Yes, I get that. So Ray, we've been talking about technology and all this wonderful stuff that we've done in the past. And the strange and wonderful thing is, you've got all this technology built into Unified Office, but it's really not the technology that is making the difference, is it? It's the economics that we're seeing the customers relate to. So you want to talk about what's going on with your customers?
Right. So we sort of set the stage when we built the company. We said we live in a really hyper-connected world, and that's the case. If you've got 2 cell phones on you, right? People are making decisions in real time using various internet tools these days. I mean, I myself locate restaurants using TripAdvisor, right, or Yelp, and decisions are quick. So communications, the old sort of PBX doesn't really help businesses today, right? The behavior that I think was cultivated by the PBX still is there. People still want to be able to dial 3 or 4 digit extensions. And the need for those features have intensified because we're hyper-connected, the world's increasingly more virtual, companies tend to have employees working all over the place. Home offices are routine now, but you still need sort of a well-connected service provider that can reach you on a device of your choice anywhere you are with a high degree of quality and resiliency. So the long story short is we had to solve the quality problem and the reliability problem first before we could innovate, right? Having 5,000 features in something that only works 20% of the time is a non-starter. So fast forward, we've accomplished 3 of those goals anyway, right? We've got, I think, a pretty innovative system that's always evolving. We've done a lot of good work in building our cloud switching layer to be very well connected and creating that reliability of the old networks, phone networks that we grew up with as a kid. And then weaving into it sort of the ability for, companies to make money using communications is something that we're announcing tomorrow here at the show, is our analytics suite. We call it VPS, for Visual Analytics Suite. And there is no more hyper-connected real-time world than today's consumer when they go out for fast food. So we didn't target the quick-serve restaurant industry. It sort of targeted us and found that our solution was extremely well-suited for what they do. They had 6 old-fashioned phone lines in these restaurants, so you know what happens when 7 people at the same time try to call. One of them gets a busy signal. So we've managed to take Unified Office and create first the communications layer for the business, and then we weave in the analytics that now allows them to see a pretty serious increase in not just their revenues, but their profitability. And over time, the operational efficiency of these businesses are such that they own 75 to 100 of these units. And they're in 4 or 5 different states. You could argue even LA is almost as big as 3 states, right? And so it allows the business owners to manage. They can sit in their home in Idaho and literally log into any number of their businesses and get a real-time view of how the business is operating. They can get real-time reports. They can get analytics reports, historical reports, of course. But it's the real-time nature of what we do that these guys really like. So they've got a lot more control over their business. They got more visibility into what's happening, what's not happening, and all the metrics associated with servicing the communications that come into the restaurants. How fast do you answer the phone? How to upsell while you're on the phone. We do whisper coaching. We float messages across the screen that the owners are they're able to put there that are able to sort of coach their customer service reps on offering, Ray and Carl, extra dough or, right, cheesy chicken fries or whatever.
Yeah, anything with bread with me is my addiction. So yes.
Okay.
So I understand that one of your customers, you had like the chance to show how you guys relate to real time and the fact that they had a service go down in What happened there?
Right. So this was our first pilot store in Los Angeles last year. There was a literal backhoe incident. Backhoe took out the electricity, so the ovens don't start, and of course the broadband went away. And because we're a managed service, we're very proactive. We're always monitoring the quality of our service in a full duplex bidirectional path. We noticed that within a few seconds that their services had gone down. We called the owner and let the owner know that the restaurant was down. He was aware of that. He wasn't aware of that, and he was aware of it because we told him. And he owned a restaurant 2 blocks away and asked, could we swing the calls over to that restaurant, keeping the revenue in the business. Although you can imagine the manager of that restaurant must have been a little scared, seeing his business double overnight, literally. So that's just one of the examples of how we are using communications as a business tool.
So we're no longer at a point where VoIP is the low-cost solution. Now we're being the economic value input, the thing that we're adding in effect add-on values.
You're absolutely right. We're driving value into the business, and especially commodity-based businesses, they really don't lack a lot of pricing power. And I would even point out to you that it's not just the capture that's critical. In the timeliness of servicing your customer, we're able to do to dedicate a certain line for either a college or an ethnic community in Los Angeles, and when the word gets out that this restaurant, if you will, has dedicated a line towards a specific community, I mean, it's very powerful. Their order rates go up. People think, oh, they're catering to us. It builds customer loyalty.
Excellent. So, it's funny, Ray. You and I have been through a number of companies together. We've seen all these terms. No, I'm actually, one of the things that strikes me as interesting is you've got all that redundancy in your network that you built for both edge and cloud. Mm-hmm. So, in effect, you're really the network of the future when people are all talking about NFV and SDN and all this kind of terminology.
Absolutely.
I mean, you were there before those terms existed. It strikes me odd that we keep reinventing these terms when the truth of the matter is what people want is good, reliable services. So
good, reliable, innovative services that can adapt to you, not you having you adapt to it. And so you're right. These things, software-defined networks, have been around for many, many years. We both know that. And you could say that Unified Office is sort of the quintessential SDN platform. It's all software. The only piece of hardware you'll actually see with the Unified Office system is a little box that we put on the premise that does the call control and runs our software for proactive monitoring, and of course the analytics is all cloud-based.
Excellent. Excellent. And how do I get to Unified Office, or how do I get to you?
www.unifiedoffice.com.
Okay. And you want to give them your phone number so that all those orders can come
It's on the website, and I couldn't tell you what it is.
So we will. I know his cell if you want me to call him for you, so go ahead and call me. And who knows, maybe you'll be the king of QSR yourself next.
Who knows? It's a great industry, great market for this solution.
Cool. Ray, thank you.
Thanks, Charles.